What's up, guys? It's Next Gen Conservatives here. If you want more conservative views, subscribe, like our video, tell us what you want to see more, give us topics, ideas, keep us up on day. And today, our topic will be the kid. And Chen, what's your take on this?
I mean, look, if we think about it, no one, not like genuinely, no one has come out and supported the police officer. So basically, all the riots are pointless because from all the way up to Trump, all the way down to basically every police chief, no one has supported the police officer. Therefore, what are they protesting for? Nothing, because everybody agrees with their opinion. But most people don't agree with their idea of protesting and rioting and looting. That doesn't do anybody any good.
Yeah, and the most funny thing is, I'm surprised. Why are they targeting their own city?
I mean, well, because number one, if they wanted to target another city, they'd have to go to another city. That's the first problem. Number two, it's the same thing in Hong Kong. People have this problem where they inherently target their own cities and they ruin it. And it's like it's your tax dollars that are going to go pay for rebuilding the city, not anybody else's. You're the ones that are going to be paying for the damage you caused, one way or the other.
Yes, and following on everything that happened with police brutality, the statistics actually show that killings of unarmed black men have actually been going down. In 2017, there was about 21. 20, and the projected growth were less than 5.
Yeah, I know. Like, so there's this statistic that was shown by police uh, data that essentially, if you're a black person, you're less likely to be shot, 26% less likely to be shot than a white person on the street. It's like people are extremely biased and they only use data that actually helps them. And I guess it's not good for anybody because everybody believes the media and that doesn't help anybody.
Yes, and what's your take on private businesses finally fortifying themselves for the fourth night of rioting?
Well, this goes back to the logic where, look, if the police aren't gonna do it, people are gonna take matters into their own hands. Because if you're gonna destroy someone's livelihood, they're gonna do something about it because they need to survive, and the human instinct is to survive. And well, if they can't survive, then what are they gonna do? Like that's the only way they're able to make money, and they need to defend it. So at a certain point, like they're like, oh no, the police can't use violence. Well, they're literally burning down people's shops, and most small business owners have tanked pretty hard after coronavirus. So after having to rebuild their shops, that's just not happening. Most small businesses are gonna end up closing, and it's really
What
sad.
what I find most funny, Chen, is that in Minneapolis, these rioters are purposefully, deliberately attacking private businesses, and only quite confusing that they're it would make sense for them to target police stations, which they have. Which they have. I
Yeah.
don't condone it, but the attacking of these small businesses is strange, almost as if they want to be rolled back to poverty, as
Well,
if they want businesses to leave their area. Why, besides their robbing and everything they have done, what's the motivation behind this?
look, it's human nature. If you're angry, you'll start destroying things because anger is one way that you cope with environmental stress. Now, the problem with that would be, uh, I guess, if you really think about it, what else are they gonna do? Because look, their logic is that because you're the people that cause the oppression because you pay your taxes and you fund the police. I mean, it's a weird logic, but it does have some truth to it. Now, if we think back to it, I guess just because they feel like it's one way they can send out their message. And also, in reality, the reason they're doing what they're doing isn't because of like, wait, some of them have a real reason. They support the cause, but some of them are just using the cause as a cover to, get earn some money. Really, just get some money, get some clothes.
Yes. So, do you think these protesters really care about the death of George Floyd, or are they just trying to exploit this tragedy of a black man?
Well, see, let's think about it. What's their point in robbing Target? That only causes trauma for the people that live there. Number two, burning down the police station. You burn down a police station, your tax money is going to go towards it. Number three, burning down small shops. I mean, okay, what you rob the shops and then you burn it down. Well, number one, you're losing your employment source. And number two, I guess you're correct. Whereas in reality, what they're doing is really just finding a way to get away with it. Because if they really supported the cause, they wouldn't be disgracing this man's name. If you think about it, and next time someone brings up George Floyd's name, people are just going to think back to what happened in Minneapolis. And that's not good for anybody because it just leaves a stain on his name.
All right, Chen. So, this also boils down to another heated topic in the United States of self-defense and gun control. Many of these store owners have now been stocking up on weapons. Don't you think it's kind of weird that liberals are now lining up to buy firearms to defend themselves while their whole lives have been marching against the Second Amendment, against private ownership of weapons?
Well, I mean, this goes back to the problem where they don't understand because they've never been in a situation where they actually needed a gun. Because when they're put under environmental stress, and it is shown to them by society that they need a way to defend themselves and ensure their own survival, people will do whatever it takes.
So, Minnesota is a fairly easy place to obtain a firearm, but many liberals there have been trying to change that for a while now. Do you think their stances will change after this series of riots and?
Nah, I mean, that's questionable because, like, humans have a very short memory span. Like, if we use coronavirus, for example, right? So let's think about it. There's a lot of people in Florida are now going back and resuming to go on the beaches. So I don't believe that this will have that much of an impact because at a certain point, people will forget about this because it's not a constant pressure applied on by society. It's only short term.
Don't you think it's kind of funny that liberals only want, let's just say, the Second Amendment when they're in trouble, when they seem to be under a threat? Like, what do you take of this philosophy, this strange way of thinking of just only these times will you get a gun?
I mean, it's a strange philosophy, but it makes sense because if the Republicans are for guns, and well, the Democrats are always opposed to the Republicans, the only stance they can take is anti-guns, and it's more of just everybody's pushing an agenda in Washington, and at a certain point, people will be swayed by the media because they've heard the same narrative over and over again.
All right, so that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, like, comment, put anything down below, and any new topics. This is just our take on George Floyd's death. We thought it was very tragic, an extremely unnecessary way of the officer that held him down and sadly murdered him. And but however, we don't think rioting is the way to solve it. And that's just a quick summary of what was just said. And always, goodbye, have a nice day, and God bless America.